First down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. First down, Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds. There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Eluding the pressure right. That is in. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up. Because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun. And they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
46. There we go, 46. 46.
On first and 10, Prescott steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... It's caught at the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Under. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. 26.
Smith trying to run for it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see offensively will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Prescott on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Detroit! Gun! Over!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side of he's got a man. It's Hall. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Leopard! All right, now, look 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Here we go, 46. Swing to the fit, right. To the right. Here we go, 46. Here we go, get that, let's go, get up.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll run it here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this dude on 3rd down. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gun! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. That escapes the and now he's swallowed up and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they'll take a one-point lead here in the second. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And out now come the Cowboys. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards.
46.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Elliott puts this one through. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, to something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Forced out to his left. Well, Prescott stripped, and the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
He'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Gun. Here you go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Here we go, 46. It's coming now. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Here we go, 46. 47. Gun. 26.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
21's the will. Woo. Here we go, 46. Switch.
from the shotgun. It's Prescott. Over the middle to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Good. Woo. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Prescott, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Here you go. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 46. Woo. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And Lutz puts this one through. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown.
That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
There you go. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for the Cowboys. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Got it. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Woo! 46.
Prescott now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Start that way. Over here. Start that. Go, go, go. Get out there.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Hicks able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. Here we go, 47. Here you go. 26.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And the kick by Elliott is good. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he couldn't make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
And now here come the Cowboys. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Take it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. Lucky.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw here. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
46.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Third and long for Prescott. The open man is Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Prescott on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one and got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.